Hello friends and followers. Well, I'm finishing up the Tesla charger. I wouldn't recommend using 4-gauge wire. Well, I put this 4-gauge wire in for safety, but it's so much thicker than 6-gauge wire and it's so hard to work with. Anyway, that's what I did. I did buy some 6-gauge wire here that I was going to use in case I couldn't make the 4-gauge work. You can see the 6-gauge, this seems really thin, but I guess this is 6-gauge. And the 4 is so much heavier. At any rate, so I do have the 4-gauge wire run here. And I got the 60 amp breaker in there, which I guess I could open the lid here. There's the 60 amp breaker, it's right here. And now I just got to stuff the wires on. You can see though the thick wires on that breaker though. So when I put this lid on, it's going to stress those wires. I did tighten those up to 50 inch-pounds as required. And these up to 50 inch-pounds. And that should be it. Once this lid is installed, that breaker should kick on and this thing should work. So much for my simple don't hack up the wall installation of a Tesla wall charger. It's been a hellish experience for me anyway. Why? I'm not an electrician. I kind of bragged to myself that I could do this and maybe it'll work out. I just got to push these wires in and see if it'll work. And the ground wire, I used a 6-gauge ground wire and this was way too big. And I couldn't even land it on any terminals. So I ended up getting a little crimp connector and I crimped it onto a huge ground wire there. So that's a good connection. So I don't have any reservations about the quality of my work here. These breakers though pop right out. So I gotta make sure they stay in there. Okay, I'm gonna try and put the lid on and see how it goes. I'll be glad this nightmare's over. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Yeah, they wanted, I don't know, $600, $650 to put this thing in. Maybe that would have been worth it. But they probably would have chewed up the wall. It's like, I don't want any wall chewed up. This plate, I can buy this whole plate still, and I may buy another one and put it back in here if I take this thing out, or else I got a hole here. And I gotta put in a couple of covers, or else leave the breaker in. Yeah, that's true. All right, easy enough. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.